Part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is definitely one of my favorite parts in the whole series. And I think the main reason I like it so much is definitely the stand and character design. All the stands in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure are called a manifestation of the soul. And I don't believe all of them are really that good manifestations of the soul. I mean, maybe Jotaro Kujo and Pierre Polnareff being French and wanting to punch hard. But otherwise, it's kind of just random abilities given to quirky characters. That's kind of the whole plot of the whole show. The reason I like Part 5, though, is all of the characters seem to... You can describe the character by showing someone their stand. Narancia Gurga. Is that how you pronounce his last name? I don't really care. He's probably my favorite Part 5 character. His stand is called Aerosmith, or Lil Bomber in the localized name. Narancia's whole backstory revolves around his mom dying and his dad not really being there, and he's by himself trying to survive on the streets. His stand shows this by his will to survive with the CO2 detection, being able to sense what's around him, like how he had to scavenge for food. And then, can't really tell by looking at him, but he is as old as Jotaro Kujo, being 17 years old when he killed Dio. He is 2 years older than Giorno, who is much bigger than him. And his will to kill is number one in the gang. He is the most willing to kill. He doesn't really think about it. Everybody in the gang is willing to kill, but they at least have thoughts before they do it. Narancia sees a target, he shoots the target. That simple. I mean, when he, in his battle against Tiny Feet, I don't know, he found the stand user in the back of his car, and instead of pinpointing a plan, he unloaded into that car. The car did end up blowing up by the end of that episode. The end of that fight, he lit multiple cars on fire. Not much of a plan there. He did do some smart thinking, but otherwise it was just shoot and pray. His stand shows this by, like, his dual personification, I want to say, by looking like a toy plane, as he looks younger, but he has intent to kill. It looks like a toy plane, but it is incredibly deadly, with bombs, miniguns, all of that. Next is Mista Guido. His stand, 6 bullets, or Sex Pistols, is... Guido is very superstitious, and his psychic energy, for lack of a better adjective, manifests his stand into a colony instead of just a single stand. And you can really see how it manifests as a part of him. He has, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, tetraphobia. It's the fear of the number 4. He has 6 stands, and they are each labeled by a number. It goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. He does not have a number 4. So, his superstition manifested into his stand. Pretty simple. Abakio, his backstory is he's a cop, and his partner sacrificed himself to keep him living, and it was out of his own mistake. Real, first Spider-Man movie-esque backstory. His stand, Moody Blues or Moody Jazz, can replay the past perfectly. This shows his PTSD as in he can always view the past, but he can never change it. He can't change any details about what he replays. Panacotta Fugo, he is a studious, rich kid born into a great family who just wants him to go to a good college. He has rage issues, pretty bad. The 2 times we see it in his backstory is him holding a knife against his father, and when a professor tried to do inappropriate things with him for answers to a test, he beat the man to death, or not to death, close to death, with a textbook. Purple Haze or Purple Smoke shows this rage side. Purple Haze, Purple Smoke isn't very smart, unlike Fugo, who is incredibly bright. He's not the smartest. He acts in rage. He's always growling, always snarling. It shows Fugo's rage. Bruno Bucciarati, he doesn't really get a backstory. His backstory is that he's in everyone's backstory, but he doesn't get a backstory himself. Zipper Man, or Sticky Fingers, opens up zippers and anything. As you can see by this image, he's opening a path to something. This shows how in every backstory, he's opening a new path to the gang member. He's never... he's always opening a path to someone. Narancia, he opened the path of having a good life with his dad and going to school. With Fugo, he opened the life of not having to steal or pickpocket because he was kicked out of his family. He opened the life of working with him. Bakio, he opened the path of trying to move on from his PTSD. He's this parental figure of the whole gang. Very mom-esque JoBro. He's the mom of the whole group. That's the whole gang, and I think how every stand in the main gang, minus Trish and Giorno, I'm sure they have it, but maybe I'll talk about it some other time. Their stands and the whole gang means them. It's genuinely a manifestation of the soul. I mean, Muhammad Avdal, the only part of Muhammad's soul is him being Egyptian and having an Ankh as his main fire attack. Jean-Pierre Polnareff, he's French. He got a fencer. Otherwise, no real JoJo's character had a manifestation of the soul. Koichi, reverbs had nothing to do with him, or echoes. Josuke, his whole thing is his hair, and he gets a stand that can heal people. It just doesn't really make sense. I mean, Okuyasu, his suit is covered in money. He is very dumb. He can't think straight all the time. And he gets a reality erasing stand. I think it's just wacky powers given to wacky characters. That's the main JoJo's line. Part 5 really just revitalizes this with every stand being a part of the character, and that's why I love it so much.